Ed Peper, North American Vice President for Chevrolet.
Ed, are we looking at a fundamental downsizing of the industry?
I think the industry ran at 16, 17 million units for several years in a row. I don't think it's going to go back to that level of sales. I do think it'll recover quite a bit. It won't get all the way there. I think we can expect to see in the future years, 15.5 to 16 million units.
What's the one thing that will capture the imagination and the wallet of tomorrow's buyers?
Well, I think you have to provide a great looking vehicle both in and out, and you need to provide great value. And great value is a lot of things. It's amongst them being fuel economy, and I think fuel economy is going to continue to be an extremely important thing for all consumers going forward.
The car used to be a symbol of freedom and status. Has the car become a burden around the consumer's neck?
I don't think so at all. I think it's still a symbol of a lot of things. When a consumer is going to buy a new Camaro from us when we start building them in March of this year, it's going to make a statement about them, that they want to have fun, that it's fun to drive. When someone buys a Volt in 2010 and 2011, it's going to say a lot about those folks in terms of what they're trying to do to make tomorrow a better world. So I still think I wouldn't call it a burden around the people's neck. I think it's actually it's still very, very important to consumers and the people.
Rick Wagoner yesterday said that General Motors is a company in crisis. That to me would mean that he had been talking to the bondholders, the creditors, and everyone else. How do you go about fixing that so that you can bring out the Volt in the 2010?
Well, I think yesterday was a particularly tough day for the company. All the salaried employees took a pay cut around the world. And we also announced that we're going to lay off or sever 10,000 employees globally. Those are not easy decisions that you come to, but at the same time, everyone needs to make sacrifices as part of this viability plan. We need to make our business more viable going forward, and these are some of the tough things that you have to do to survive in this marketplace. Certainly a lot has happened to us the last 4 to 5 months, but a lot's happening to a lot of other manufacturers too. We're not in it by ourselves, and I think the market will turn around. It always does. Business cycles always change. And I think we are going to be much better equipped as a company moving forward with all these changes and different things that we're going through right now.
Do you think going back in front of the Democratic Obama Congress will make a difference?
I don't know if it's certainly on our February 17th submission to the Treasury. I don't think it's going to be the same sort of forum that we had previously. I think the Obama administration has been very, very supportive of the domestic auto manufacturers and will continue to do so, because I think President Obama and others understand the importance and the impact of this business on our economy, on our country, on its people, and so we're pleased to have his support.
You're vice president of the #1 brand inside of General Motors. How much input do you have with what's going on?
We have a lot of input, certainly in the product development area, which products we want to have, what we want in the products.
Do you almost feel like Congress doesn't get it, that you almost have to educate them what the auto industry is about?
Yeah, there are a lot of myths. I mean, when folks were saying around the congressional hearings in December that we don't make vehicles that people want is nonsense. I mean, we sell 1 out of every 3 pickups in the U.S. is a Chevrolet, 1 out of every 2 large utilities. We sold 500,000 Impalas and Malibus and mid and large cars last year. A lot of folks were saying that we don't build fuel-efficient vehicles. We have 8 vehicles right now that get over 30 miles per gallon. There's nobody that's been pursuing more fuel solutions like hydrogen fuel cells or Volt electric vehicles than we have at Chevrolet. And also the final myth I think that's out there is that being propagated is that we don't build vehicles that have high quality or quality as good as the import competitors. That's also nonsense. In the two largest segments in the marketplace, mid-size cars and full-size pickups, with Silverado and with Malibu, we have the two highest quality vehicles in those respective segments.
Piper, thank you very much.
You're welcome.